Warning, this documentary contains shocking cultural images. Viewer discretion is advised. Belize is famous for its Great Blue Hole. It's a wonder of the world and a near-perfect circle, 1,000 feet wide and 400 feet deep. But there's another sinkhole, one that is much more mysterious. Located deep in the jungle, it's called the Black Hole. By rappelling down 300 feet, then descending into its cave system, you can navigate an underground river and find a secret sacrificial chamber used by the Mayans. Inside this chamber lies a crystal skull.
We found it. What an adventure.
Okay, listen, I can't spoil the surprise already. We just got started. And I want you to see the adventure to get there first, because it's as wild as the skull itself. Due to the difficulty of the expedition, we're working with Ian Anderson's Caves Branch Adventure Lodge and their specialized cave and jungle guides. Let's meet the team.
Are you sure this isn't some joke you just play on your friends?
This is a termite mound up there.
I understand, but you said you could
full
lick,
of,
you could lick them.
So the anteater way to eat a termite is you lick him from the tree.
Carlos is our expedition leader and works at Ian Anderson's Caves Branch.
Show me your tongue. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that's the real deal.
And you chew him. You gotta chew him, all of them.
Or else they stay alive in your stomach and they make a nest, right?
They make a nest, they start reproducing.
That's not true. I don't want to lick the same part you licked, though.
Right here, right there.
Oh my God, look at them. Ah, they're moving. You chew? Oh, it tastes kind of like spicy.
Next, we've got Arturo from Sakun Tours returning as well. He's an adventure guide from Yucatan, Mexico.
It's spicy.
Spicy, right?
And finally, Alexander, also a guide at Ian Anderson's.
So now we have it.
Okay. Yeah, all right, there's more now.
Our adventure begins with an hour trek through the jungle.
Now, it gets interesting.
We arrive at the Black Hole Drop, where a rope system has already been set up for us.
Look at this. Boom. The cave that we're trying to get into. It's at the bottom of this 300-foot pit. The first thing we have to do, though, come this way, Mr. Camera, is get our gear to the bottom. Get out of the way a little bit. So we've got sleeping gear, camping gear, food, cave exploration gear, all of that.
How do you feel about rappelling? Me? All right. Until you get over the edge, and then so-so. Alexander is the first down, carrying our hammocks, water, and most of our food. Before I head over the edge, Carlos has something important to tell me.
Any final words for me?
Yes. We promise we'll take care of all your properties, all your blocks, all your girlfriends.
My girlfriends.
Except your kids.
I'm currently single. No kids, don't worry. No kids. No serious girlfriends. So tough luck.
All right, amigo. We'll see you at the bottom.
All right. 300 feet below me. Second adventurer. Going in to the black hole. See ya. All right, watch that last step. I think we're probably about 1/3 of the way down now. And yeah, you can feel it getting quite cool. And also the canopy, look, there it is, the trees coming up. If you can see the bottom, you can see Alexander all the way down there. How's it going, man? I'm not sure how many climbing harnesses you've used in your life, but that's the family jewels a number.
Welcome to the underworld.
We have made it. And then the jungle noises stop. It's quiet down here. Almost too quiet. Let's do a little walk around as we wait for the rest of the crew to descend with the rest of our gear as well. This place is haunting. It left a mark on me. It's not the first time I've been here, actually.
In 2021, I came here to film an episode for my TV show, which is Emmy nominated, by the way. It's called Uncharted Adventure, and it's on the Weather Channel in the USA. I fell in love with it here, and even returned with my sister and my cousin to Ian Anderson's Caves branch to show them the adventures you can have in this part of Belize.
Bienvenidos. The last adventurer has arrived. Okay. The team's together. Next stop, camp. Camp? Camp. Which way? Camp.
I pointed the wrong way, but we figured it out in the end. We continue along a small path, wandering through a lost world at the bottom of the sinkhole.
What is it?
See, these are called chib or pakaya. It's a shoot from these palms that you see around here.
Then we see it, the mouth of the cave. Tomorrow's treacherous adventure to the crystal skull leads down there into the darkness.
Monsters. It is monsters. One of the biggest cave mouths I've seen.
For sure. It's incredible. It is the Mayan world at its best.
Is it ever? What do you say? Are we strong?
You're very strong, right?
I don't know. Are you strong?
I'm strong. Try hit that rock that is right in the middle over there, the big one.
Throw a rock, try to hit that rock.
Here.
For me, first up, Arturo,
I will give it a try.
the game, try to hit that rock with this rock.
It's not very far, it's just over there.
You're telling us it's not very far.
Right? Do you see it? It's just right there.
I mean, I can see it, yeah.
So Belizean, just so you know, Belizeans, whenever Belizeans wants to pee, you know how Belizean guys say when they want to go pee? They say, I'm gonna go hunt a jaguar with a worm. So,
I will try.
Okay, that wasn't so bad. I never played any throwing sports, by the way. I was a fencer, a break dancer, and a soccer player. And now an adventurer who can throw rocks like the wind. No. Listen.
Save the best for last, right?
Ready? Oh, he goes for the high arc.
Whoa.
Oh, that was pretty close. Mexicans are supposed to be good at baseball,
They
right?
say so. Yeah. Maybe I'm just fake Mexican.
All right, we got Mayan pottery and we got dinner. That can stay, this can come with us.
We arrive at our campsite for the night. A small patch of flattened earth sheltered under the rim of the sinkhole. And then I noticed something.
Arturo's got his koa.
All the way from Yucatan.
I've got my tripod and camera, looking for a good spot for a time lapse, and there's a Mayan altar up there. It's gotta be, right? That's a pretty good spot for a time lapse. Let's go set it up. This is, I've never been much of a museum guy, but I've definitely been a exploring ancient ruins guy. Isn't that how museums should be though? Right? Jumping from rock to rock at a place where at one time, not so long ago, Mayans stood and did ritual sacrifices, everything. Yeah, this is a great spot. I need a new battery. This one's dead. Nice! That's why we practice with the rocks.
We light a fire and set up our hammocks. But still, we have a little bit of housekeeping to do before we head to bed.
It's looking like home, right? Let me give you a quick tour. This is my bed for the evening, hammock, hung up between two trees. The best way to do it. However, it's not the only way to do it, because whose bed's this here? This is your bed?
Yes, Alexander's. That's
Alexander's bed, who has chosen the rock hammock. Still a very effective technique. And over there we have Arturo and Carlos's. But we're missing one thing, boys, right? We got our food, got our shelter. We just need our gasoline.
Yep.
Our water.
Drinking
You wash these well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they smell good. They smell like soap. Actually, we need water to cook with and do dishes and stuff with. Where's the water here, though?
Water is about a 10-minute hike down into the cave. We have a special chamber we call the Crystal Chamber. and it has it collects water all year round. 140 lámparas.
Bueno. Here we go.
Look at that little cave right there.
Is that where we're headed?
Where we're headed.
Way down there. The crystal, right?
This cave has many names. The Mayans called it Aktun Lok Tunich. For other adventurers, it was the mother of all caves. It also goes by the name of Petroglyph Cave. Let me show you why.
Is it the petroglyphs? Oh yeah?
Always filming. I love it, but it means I'm always late. All right, where is it? Where is it? Right there, right? Yeah. Hold on, I'll turn off my light so we can see the shadow. Give me a bit of, yeah, that's perfect. I like that.
Archaeologists believe that these symbols are of human skulls, carved about 900 AD, when the Mayans entered this cave to offer human sacrifices in the chamber we plan to visit tomorrow. We continue deeper, climbing down these ancient cave formations. They were once a tiered system of crystal pools, millions of years old. Eventually, we find a crack in the rock.
Go for it, after you. I'm in no rush. This food better be good, Carlos. This is the hardest I've had to work for water in my life.
Look at this place. How these caves are formed is incredible. We find our water glistening in a crystal pool. Water is the secret how these caves are formed. So let's learn about it.
Listen, I gotta talk about limestone and how this cave is formed because it's so cool once you understand it. So where we are right now, right, surrounded by this white rock, used to be underwater. How do we know? Well, limestone is basically compacted sea creatures. Things with seashells, corals, snails, things like that. Calcium carbonate, all smashed together. And what happens when rain falls through calcium carbonate, limestone, it dissolves and it drips. And so these caves are formed by water. That's why there's a river running right through, and that's why these exist right here. This is a stalagmite, a cave formation, and we can tell there's singular drops of water falling onto it. These cave formations only grow roughly about a square inch every 1,000 years. It varies based on rainfall, but you can imagine when we see these giant formations, how much time went into creating them. Especially imagine the Mayans not even knowing the science and geology behind limestone. You'd come in here, you'd see that, and oh my God, welcome to the underworld, right?
We put down our gasoline jugs and explore. Now I see why they call it the Crystal Cave.
Oh, what an incredible thing though, right? Some frosting on a cake. Like wax. Oh, Jesus. Dos. ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice eso en español?
Chinga tu madre.
Chinga tu madre, güeyes.
You jumped a little bit.
A little bit. Guys, this is crazy though. Look at this.
It is, huh?
It's insane. Gently, right? There we go. Oh, that's heavy. Well, epic adventure, but now we got the hard part. That's
Go
right.
back to Mayan times.
Your gown is not allowed to touch the rock.
All right. Is that the game?
That is the game.
All right. You gotta keep. What, are you serious? It's like a ladder, man. Did we come down this? I barely remember.
Yep.
All right. The game is don't put the water jug down. This is a good shoulder workout.
Yeah.
No, I lose the game. Damn it.
Almost did it.
Did you spill it? Did you spill the drop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't touch the
You didn't touch the ground?
This is what we needed.
We leave the darkness and head back into the light.
Well, looks like we got a page 1 restart. Page 2 restart on the fire.
Nice.
Ah, nice man.
Good fun, right?
Good fun.
With some water to cook and wash with, we make dinner, then tell some stories and some dirty jokes around the campfire.
Haha! I'm the bus driver. Why are you so far from the fire? Come join us. Look at that. ¿Cómo se llama? Oops. What's the name of the vine?
We call it the jungle tea vine.
The jungle tea vine. Ah, we don't have much left.
Now it's the best day.
There we go.
With the sound of the jungle in the background and a big day ahead of us tomorrow, we drift off into a strange sleep.
Good morning. We gotta talk about last night. Shit got weird. Did somebody yell last night? Because at like 2 a.m. there was a scream.
Yeah, it was me.
What happened?
So I'm not sure, but like really late at night, there was like something striking on my hammock. I felt like like a sudden hit like on my back, and it was like trying to get hold of me. And then I woke up, and then the first thing that I did, I was like, you know, like laying on my hammock, and then I was ah. And then when I screamed, I just woke up, and like there was nothing, like, and everyone was snoring actually. So
So tell people about Aleutians. What are Aleutians?
So it's very common that in these caves you experience things that are hard to explain. So we refer to them as the cave spirits. Or sometimes we'll have guys experience in the middle of the night. Their hammocks will be completely untied from both ends at the same time, and they're just boom on the ground. But there are many times you will experience things like last night, lifting Arturo from his hammock, pushing him up like that.
So maybe we were visited by the Aleutians, the mysterious spirits of the cave. But with everyone okay, we make breakfast. Refried beans, eggs with tomato, tortillas, and the pacaya from yesterday.
Looks like squid. Tastes like vegetables.
We wash the dishes and then gear up for the adventure.
We're descending down into the same direction we went to get the water, but then we deviate and we end up in a river. But that slope there is extremely slippery. Mm-hmm. Now we've got all the gear, which is even heavier than the water that we had, and we're going to continue through the river. Along the way, there's several sacrificial sites, and then there's an exit that we have to try to find, a small one, to get out of the cave again. Yeah. That's why we got the helmets and the lights and the ropes.
So we should be ending up really wet and muddy.
And that's how we like it.
We descend again, this time past the skull petroglyphs and past the crystal cave. This route requires special equipment. We use climbing harnesses and pressic knots on a support line to descend down the slippery slope and into the yawning mouth of the mother of all caves.
Awfully.
All right.
Welcome to the underworld. Xibalba. Have you seen anything like that?
The Mayans called these caves Xibalba, or the place of fright, where evil gods and demons lived. Coming this deep into the underworld was not for the faint of heart. Down here, strange things can happen, But the journey had a massive significance. After all, if you brave the horrors of hell to make an offering to the heavens, the gods must listen to you, right?
I still can't get over this. A sinkhole collapsing, cascading these giant boulders like this. This is part of the ceiling that smashed down like a giant bull, just creating destruction along the way. But this wasn't recent. The Mayans would have seen the same things. Especially look, these rocks, they're almost like perfect steps, right? Because the Mayans made these steps. They moved the rocks. They created a staircase to descend down to their sacrifices. I mean, some time has passed and they're not perfect, but I am grateful because the way down for us and for them was pretty treacherous. What'd you find?
Hold on, I want to make them guess. I want to make them guess because at first glance you might not know what this is, right? Look at it. I'll shine my head torch. Feather could be, right? Could be from a bird, or a chipping from a rock. And it's kind of that last one because it's an obsidian blade made by the Mayans. They're very, very delicate, and look, even after all these years, still retain the edge. So you can probably guess why this is down here, because Mayans were coming here for rituals. With the bloodletting especially, this is the tool they used. And maybe you think bloodletting might be cutting your finger or your palm. Bloodletting was a little bit more hardcore than that. So for women, what they did is they stuck out their tongue and they took an obsidian blade and they hooked it all the way through. From there, they took like a stingray spine,
Or a thorny vine.
or a knotted rope, and they fed it through the hole they just punctured. That would make a lot of blood. And the men, they would take the same blade, but they'd stick it right through their foreskin. That also would create a lot of blood, I would imagine. Haven't done it, probably won't. These offerings, blood, maybe human sacrifice, often food, and something called copal. We have some copal.
It's the aromatic sap of the copal tree. Its fragrant smell is intoxicating. Copal was burned with an offering of food or blood. The black smoke twisting upward around the stalactites hanging from the ceiling. These were believed to be the roots of the tree of life, the Ceiba tree, and would carry their message and their bravery from deep below up to the gods in the sky.
This looks like it. Quite an entrance, right?
Yeah.
Can hear the water. What's the plan, Carlos? Follow the river?
Follow the river, we go downstream on the river, and then we come across the big sacrificial chamber.
We wade through the river, paying close attention not to get lost down here. As we progress further, the water gets deeper.
Got it? Nice, thank you very much.
And then finally, we arrive.
All right, so this is where we leave our backpacks and we go up into the chamber. This is the sacrificial chamber we're going up into. And it's very slippery, the first part. It is steep and slippery, muddy. So up there we have a lot of formations, a lot of remains, human remains from different human sacrifices that the Mayans did a long time ago, around 900 AD. So about 13 different individuals, according to archaeologists, were sacrificed up there.
We climb the slippery slope to the Sacrificial Chamber.
Yeah, right?
Sacrificial chamber. By the looks of it, I can see why. Look at those formations.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Wow. How many sets of bones is that?
Blood and the sacrifice of a living creature, particularly a human of high value, was the ultimate offering to the Mayan deities. Most of these rituals are dated back to about 900 AD, when the Mayan civilization was collapsing from drought. Powerful offerings and desperate prayers were being given to Chak, the god of rain.
Just a little bit of a tight squeeze.
A short distance away, we find the site of another ritual, this one of a child.
It looks almost flattened. Was it flattened?
Flattened in the front, yeah.
Yeah.
It was common for the Mayans to shape children's skulls by tying flat boards with rope around a baby's soft cranium. You could mold their growing skull into all sorts of different shapes. By looking at the skull here, we can tell that this was one of those children.
Well, gentlemen, that's still the opening act.
Yeah.
We still have the main event. Shall we?
Climbing up a vertical shaft of crystal formations, I hear a yell.
Did we find it? Yeah. Oh. Imagine everything that went into this for the Mayans. Coming here, jacked on mushrooms or something, carrying some victim, willing or unwilling, to be sacrificed up in this cave. In the darkness, we've got all sorts of flashlights and motor equipment. They had nothing. Where is it? Up there?
Up there, yep.
Okay, hold on. I've been waiting for this for a long time, guys. We found the crystal skull. There it is. Can you see? Tucked away, right back there, between the crystals. The crystal skull. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
This is an incredibly special thing to see. I'm gonna tease you for a second. We're gonna come down here. I promise it's worth it. I wanna show you this. It paints an incredible picture of what's happened. These are bones. It might not look like bones, but they've been completely calcified, crystallized. We spoke a bit about limestone and how the rain dripping through this particular kind of stone layers on calcium carbonate, minerals that make all sorts of interesting formations. That's exactly what's happened here, right? Femurs. We've got what looks like a wrist bone, maybe some ribs. And what experts like Carlos and archaeologists think is that the victim, the sacrifice, was beheaded. The body was left there and the head was put up here, tucked away behind that formation. It was placed there probably with some copal like we had, maybe some blood, maybe some food, more offerings. And most of these human sacrifices happened in about 900 AD, where the Mayans thought they were abandoned by their gods, drought was a massive problem, and they were going deeper and deeper into caves, offering bigger and bigger sacrifices like humans, like this one. It looks to be an adult, but Mayans weren't very big people. But just so you fully understand, this is such an incredible thing to see. There's no other place, at least for me, that I've seen anything this phenomenal. A pinhole in the darkness.
This is technical, man. Some good handholds, though.
Workout, isn't it?
The surface! Sweet Lord! Bones, bones everywhere. But this is what we're here to see now. We've seen enough bones. It's the exit. Listen, today's adventure was all put together by Ian Anderson Cave Branch here in Belize. As well, big thanks to our sponsor, BetterHelp, for helping me put this video together as well. If you need to talk to someone, they're a great place to start. If you're new here, I got a lot more videos just like this one, so make sure to like and subscribe, as well as you can catch me on Instagram. Chase your fierce dragons.